What is the best approach to change primary keys in an existing Django app? I have an application which is in beta mode. The model of this app has some classes with an explicit primary_key. As a consequence, Django uses the fields and doesn't create an ID automatically. I think that it was a bad idea. See Unicode error when saving an object in Django admin, and I would like to move back and have an ID for every class of my model. I've made the changes to my model. Replace every primary_key equals true by db_index equals true, and I want to migrate the database with South. Unfortunately, the migration fails with the following message: value error column, you cannot add a null equals false column without a default value dot. I am evaluating the different workarounds for this problem. Any suggestions? Thanks for your help.
Agreed, your model is probably wrong. The formal primary key should always be a surrogate key. Never anything else. Strong words. Been database designer since the 1980s. Important lesson learned is this: everything is changeable. Even when the users swear on their mother's graves that the value cannot be changed, this is truly a natural key that can be taken as primary. It isn't primary. Only surrogates can be primary. You're doing open heart surgery. Don't mess with schema migration. You're replacing the schema. Unload your data into JSON files. Use Django's own internal Django admin.py tools for this. You should create one unload file for each that will be changing in each table that depends on a key which is being created. Separate files make this slightly easier to do. Drop the tables which you are going to change from the old schema. Tables which depend on these tables will have their FKs changed. You can either update the rows in place, or, it might be simpler, to delete and reinsert these rows, also. Create the new schema. This will only create the tables which are changing. Write scripts to read and reload the data with the new keys. These are short and very similar. Each script will use json.load to read objects from the source file. You will then create your schema objects from the JSON tuple line objects that were built for you. You can then insert them into the database. You have two cases. Tables with parks changed will be inserted and will get new parks. These must be cascaded to other tables to assure that the other tables' FKs get changed also. Tables with FKs that change will have to locate the row in the foreign table and update their FK reference. Alternative. Rename all your old tables. Create the entire new schema. Write SQL to migrate all the data from old schema to new schema. This will have to cleverly reassign keys as it goes. Drop the renamed old tables.
To change primary key with South, you can use south.db.create_primary_key command in data migration. To change your custom char field park to standard auto field, you should do 1. Create new field in your model. 1.1. If you have a foreign key in some other model to this model, create new fake FK field on these model 2, use integer field, that will then be converted. 2. Create automatic South migration and migrate. 3. Create new data migration. In TIS data migration, fill these new in FK fields with numbers. Just enumerate them. 4. In your model, set primary underscore key equals true on your new park field. 5. Delete old primary key field, if it is not needed. Create auto migration and migrate. 5.1. If you have foreign keys, delete all foreign key fields too. Migrate. 6. Last step, restore fine key relations. Create real FK field again, and delete your fake underscore FK field. Create auto migration but do not migrate. You need to modify created auto migration. Instead of creating new FK and deleting fake underscore FK, rename column fake underscore FK. So previously filled fake underscore FK becomes a column that contain actual relation data, and it does not get lost after all the steps above.
I managed to do this with Django 1.10.4 migrations and MySQL 5.5, but it wasn't easy. I had a varchar primary key with several foreign keys. I added an id field, migrated data and foreign keys. This is how. Adding future primary key field. I added in id equals models.integer field default equals 0 field to my main model and generated an auto migration. Simple data migration to generate new primary keys. Migrating existing foreign keys. I wrote a combined migration. Swapping primary keys and restoring foreign keys. Again, a custom migration. I auto-generated the base for this migration when I removed primary underscore key equals true from the old primary key and b, removed id field.
I had the same problem today and came to a solution inspired by the answers above. My model has a location table. It has a char field called unique_i.d. And I foolishly made it a primary key, last year. Of course they didn't turn out to be as unique as expected at the time. There is also a scheduled measurement model that has a foreign key to location. Now I want to correct that mistake and give location an ordinary auto-incrementing primary key. Steps taken. Create a char field scheduled measurement.temp_location_unique_i.d. And a model temp location, and migrations to create them. Temp location has the structure I want location to have. Create a data migration that sets all the temp_location_unique_i.d dots using the foreign key, and that copies over all the data from location to temp. Location. Remove the foreign key, and the location table with a migration. Recreate the location model the way I want it to be. Recreate the foreign key with null equals true. Renamed unique underscore I.d. to location underscore code. Create a data migration that fills in the data in location using temp location, and fills in the foreign keys in scheduled measurement using temp underscore location. Remove temp underscore location, temp location and null equals true in the foreign key. And edit all the code that assumed unique underscore I.d. was unique, all the objects.get unique underscore I.d. equals stuff, and that used unique underscore I.d. Otherwise.
If you want to see more, consider subscribing.